Don't forget that Deng Xiaoping says, it is glorious to get rich, and it is necessary for some to get rich first. I emphasize the word first. What does that mean? It means two things. Number one, it means that somebody better get going and be the first to make money. That's one interpretation. The second interpretation is that, well, somebody must make money first. That means there are others to come. After the first group of people make money, then we need to do something so that the rest of the society would also be able to get rich. And so I think this is already, if you will, Mr. Deng Xiaoping, in his foresight, already laid down some fundamental underpinning for an improvement of the society through market operation, if you will, or capitalism.
To me, China has been doing the right sequencing of things, not only in terms of efficiency, but also in terms of equity. And you look at the recent 5-year programs, a lot of emphasis now is on the countryside. Most recent one is to subsidize the countryside consumption. They will help farmers to buy cars, to buy TV sets and electrical goods. Now, these are measures that China is doing it gradually. So I feel that China, in many ways, despite the fact that the Gini coefficient is still high, we talk about 0.45, a highly unequal society. But if we think about it, given China's history of reform and the sheer size of the country, I think China has been doing pretty well in terms of balancing equity and efficiency.
I think you use the word creative capitalism to describe a goal that we aspire to. But I think in China, it's more than a goal. I think it's very necessary for China to be very creative in terms of developing its economy, in terms of devising a capitalist path or socialist path, depending on which, where you come from. That's very important to sustain the economic growth for China.
So if we want China's economy to continue to sustain its growth, we've got to be able to engage with a mass population of people who are not very well educated and raise their productivity. And that depends a lot on what fresh graduates. It's very disappointing to know that the unemployment rate of university students is so high in China, because what it's showing you is that they're not being sucked into the workforce to become supervisors and managers who work directly with the labor, because you need those people as intermediary to raise productivity. What we really should be doing is trying to raise the productivity of all the resources, including real estate. And if people are making more money, then that's no longer a bubble, or the bubble is smaller. So again, it boils down to those people, and in a market economy, a key player has got to be corporates. No matter how well the capital markets function, if there are no corporates, because the capital market is really there to support. Right now, there's a distortion, because capital markets are becoming such an important part of the economy, and real estate, etc. All these assets are becoming such an important part of the economy. This chunk that is supposed to be at the core of the market is being slighted. And that is a true danger.
If we were to just look to the government for everything or for many things, then we perhaps are missing a little bit of the creativeness of it, and make something out of whatever is available rather than look to the government for every turn.
Today's world, you have to be all round. That's all. Take a liberal, open-minded approach to your education, to your work, and to your career.
Think in a liberal arts way. Our society has to be open-minded about opportunities and about the kind of message we send to our young students and young people. So the society has to take ownership.
there's a thing called social entrepreneurship. If there's no funding, and so you cannot do it, then I'm afraid, as a hardcore businessman, perhaps that person does not deserve to succeed. Read biographies of successful people. They are the ones that create nothing, create something out of nothing, that you will be able to squeeze blood out of rocks. And that's how Margie's father, how my late father, and many others, they all started with nothing. And I recognize the difficulty, and of course we can ask the government to do more. That's always, it's good. But on the other hand, if there is not the environment, then please create the environment.